This is a very common issue and it happened to many home bakers at some point. I'm about to make 2 small dough balls using 2 cans of flour. So you can see which one will result in a sticky dough. And if you have been following me for a while, you know that I will also explain why. I mean, otherwise, why you should trust me. At the beginning, I said that there are 2 main culprits. So I just mentioned the flour, its qualities. And the other one is the temperature of the water. I noticed a common thread that links many recipes shared by blogs or YouTube channels in general, whose main topic is not pizza, so with all due respect, they lack the in-depth knowledge possessed by a professional pizzaiolo. This common thread is the use of warm water, some say lukewarm water, which I never ever use, by the way, just room temperature water, if anything is cold from the fridge. So I'm about to make some dough using warm water, and again you can see the effect and compare with the dough made with room temperature water. Therefore you will see various combinations of dough with different flours, different temperature of the water. It's now time to move to my table, so stick around. We can see together what makes the difference. Just do it. Before I start, remember, this is not a recipe video and I'm not diving into details. My purpose today is to show how, all the amounts being the same, a certain kind of flour and a certain temperature of the water can result in sticky dough. So I'm showing a possible issue and how to fix it. By the way, I'm using 100 grams of flour, two different types, 65 grams of water and 2.2 grams of salt, which is a small amount, so you need a precision scale like this one. First, I will use this very cheap flour with a low protein content that is here, just 9%. Good luck if you are one of those people who kneads like this. This is definitely a sticky dough. The more water your recipe calls for, the more stickiness your dough will show. And similarly, the less protein your flour contains, the more stickiness your dough will show. Now, I understand this might seem geeky to some of you. If that's the case, take it easy and just keep in mind these 2 little details I just gave you. If you're not overwhelmed by these concepts, and maybe you even enjoy them, then you are my person. You really need to join my channel so you can enjoy all the baking science I share. I don't want to keep kneading because I'm just giving myself a hard time. I will set aside this dough here at the corner for a little while. Later on, I will show you how I try to fix it. Let's continue the demonstration with a good dough, so to speak. I will make it with my go-to flour. It's the one I use at the pizza school where I teach. It's not available for retail, but if you are a professional, please leave a comment and I will give you more detail. For now, for the rest of us, we are interested in the protein content, that is 12.3%. If you've been following for a while, you wouldn't really need to see this because you've seen it in several other videos, but this is for the sake of complete information. I want to show you how this dough compares with the previous one, especially for those of you who are watching me for the first time. And if you are one of those, please subscribe to the channel, it's free. This dough is just fine, there's not too much to say about it. Okay, I'm leaving it here and go to the final part of the test, where you will see that despite a good quality flour, good protein content, you can still break the dough, so to speak, just by using warm water. We need to find some common ground here. Like I mentioned at the beginning, many recipes call for warm or lukewarm water, but they don't mention a precise temperature. They leave it to our estimate, habit. I asked ChatGPT just to give you proof I did my due diligence, but if you ask me, I would say that warm water is at body temperature, perhaps a little bit more, let's say around 36 degrees Celsius, while lukewarm water would be a bit below this threshold. However, for the sake of this video and for the effect to be more dramatic, more evident, my goal would be to use water at least at 40 degrees Celsius, which I will measure with my probe thermometer. It's not even too high. If you watch some YouTube videos out there, you will see steaming water. Okay. Let's see what happens. The effect is already clear enough. Look at this, although I use the high protein flour, the dough is sticky. It's even stickier than the first one. See, just a little detail can have such a consequence. If you didn't know, I guess it's time to hit the thumbs up button now. I will not continue right now because it's basically impossible. So I'll clean my hand, leave this here on the side and get back to the experiment. Now, the damage is done. We only have to fix it, try and fix it at least. In both cases, the solution starts with the same step. We wait. We need to wait and give the chemistry of the dough time to unfold. As a rule of thumb, give it 15 minutes wait. The second step involves some manipulation to give more energy to the gluten network we are trying to build. I expect this dough to still maintain a little stickiness to it even after the manipulation. In general, the lower the protein content and the higher the chance. In that case, if you are really struggling, the only solution is to add more flour. You do it little by little and see the reaction of the dough. So let's assume I've waited 15 minutes. Again, I lost track of the time, but I will do the manipulation. It's some kind of folding. You see that the dough is coming together. It's nice and smooth, to be honest, I like it. What you see, it doesn't stick to the table anymore. Let's compare with the good dough. For the same amounts of water and flour, this is way softer, while this is firmer. So this was never sticky. This one, if you see, there is still a little bit of stickiness to it, but with a little bit of care, we managed to save it. Now, this will be the real problem because it's still too warm to manipulate right now. It's 27 degrees and I want it to come down to room temperature at the very least. I'll put it in the fridge to do it quickly. Okay, manipulation. Look at that. Can you remember the sticky mess it was until, I think, 5-6 minutes ago? No more. Now that you know how to face the possible setbacks, you're ready to make some proper dough.